Thank you for coming. I welcome you. Let us overthrow the corruption of the Earth Federation and eradicate injustice and discrimination. My name is Mafty. Please remember that. Is something the matter? You participating online. If you have something to say, please speak up. You say the Mafty you know is different. I can't understand what it is that you know. But remember this. Mafty is an organization. It's not just one person. Today, we will analyze the recent battle. You all are candidate mobile suit pilots for Mafty. Analyzing the state of combat is an extremely important mission. Now, let us begin the lecture. The Kimberley unit of the Earth Federation forces was a very weak force. Our Mafty activities were progressing extremely smoothly. However, the situation changed significantly when the commander was replaced with Kenneth's leg. Let's check the situation. The Messer, a mobile suit of Mafty, will be deployed. It's deploying from atop the Gawman, a sub-flight system. The Messer cannot fly on its own within the atmosphere. This is a standard unit configuration. We'll fly over the sea surface, approaching as closely as possible without being detected by the enemy. Then for the attack, all units move to high altitude. Each machine is dispatched. The dispersion of Minovsky particles causes electromagnetic interference. Please pay attention to the moment when radio communication becomes immediately unavailable. The same phenomenon will occur when you go into the battlefield. It's important to avoid panicking. The Messer piloted by Gawman uses special equipment. This equipment is called a vector tail stabilizer. The backpack on the back has also been changed from standard to large. By deploying the vector tail stabilizer, it serves as an air brake. Notice how Gawman's machine falls more gently than the other machines. This equipment enables gliding and attitude control in the air. By combining this with jumps using thrusters, it becomes possible to engage in pseudo-air combat. The Earth Federation Forces missiles are launched immediately after Mafty's mobile suits begin their descent. Pay attention to the trajectory launched from the ground into the air. This is not a Mafty attack. Gawman attacks the target building with a beam rifle while gliding in the air. He then lands on the ground. The plants are burning from the thruster frame. Then, he leaps into the air again using a thruster-aided jump. This is a basic form of aerial combat combining jumping and gliding. You will be executing training on the simulator later. Remember this well. Just as Gawman is about to initiate his attack, the Earth Federation forces deploy a new type of mobile suit. It is a machine that did not exist in our data at this time. It's a Gundam using Minovsky flight. It is called Penelope. In older documents, it is described as Minovsky craft, but it's an entity with the same functionality. Both the Messer and the Earth Federation forces Gustav KARL conduct pseudo-air combat by jumping and gliding using thrusters. This is the same phenomenon as skydiving, a human leisure activity. However, machines using Minovsky flight can fly freely. They float through a force field applied with Minovsky particles. This allows all of the thruster's propulsion to be used for movement. Gawman is surrounded by enemy mobile suits. They are the Gustav KARL, the main mobile suit of the Earth Federation forces. Again, the current Earth Federation forces are a very weak force. This is not a sarcasm. There is currently no major war taking place. Especially on Earth, almost no large-scale battles are occurring. As a result, the Earth Federation forces as a whole have become a force, lacking in combat experience. What you are looking at now is footage of the attack on the Torrington base in Act 0096. Many mobile suits are being destroyed by remnants of the Principality of Zen Army using old mobile suits. The Earth Federation forces of Arco 123 are easily destroyed by the Crossbone Vanguard's mobile suits. Moreover, they harm the colony's citizens they should be protecting with their own weapons and mobile suits. By carelessly colliding with buildings, they bury citizens in rubble. Are you curious why I'm talking about the future? Don't worry about the details. This is what Mafty Erin speaks. This is the truth. Gawman swiftly descends his aircraft, positioning himself. With the Cityscape behind him, the Kimberley unit from before didn't initiate fire into the city, making this a valid tactic. However, this information is prior to the change in command. The Gustav KARL launched missile attacks without hesitation. Kenneth's leg authorized fire that would engulf the city. The less skilled pilots needed to disregard civilian casualties in order to oppose Mafty. Ignoring the civilians they should be protecting, they carry out their attack. The Mesa intercepts the missiles using the 36-man phalanx mounted on its shield. This is a Vulcan gun. Then the new Gundam model, Penelope, initiates its attack. The pilot is Lane Aim. He is someone who appreciates a straightforward fight. The first move executed by Penelope is a charge attack. Although the details are not discussed, there might have been an intention to stop the Gustav KARL's attack on the civilians. If Penelope, an ally, is close to the enemy, the Gustav KARLs cannot initiate the shooting attack. Penelope is armed with extremely powerful beam cannons and a special weapon called funnel missiles, but he didn't utilize them. He is attempting to neutralize the Mesa while avoiding attacks on the city. This act disobeys Kenneth's orders, leading to Kenneth's disappointment after the battle. Next, Penelope attacks with a Vulcan gun. Let's pay attention to the angle of the shot at this time. Penelope is trying as much as possible to prevent the Vulcan gun bullets from hitting the city. Then he knocks away the Mesa's beam rifle. The pilots of the Gustav KARLs were unable to land an attack on the Mesa. Lane Aim is a gallant pilot with proven abilities. If beam weapons had been used in this attack, there's a possibility that the Mesa would have been shot down. Here's a video footage of civilians fleeing. The Gustav KARL fires its beam rifle without regard to the civilians. Please remember well the Earth Federation forces coward reactions. Mafty member Emma plugs her ears almost simultaneously with the impact of the beam rifle. Explosions cause sudden changes in air pressure and shock waves. It's a situation where your eyeballs could pop out or your arms could rupture. Please do the same if you find yourself in such a situation. Also, don't forget to turn your back on the explosion. There are also civilians who become motionless after the explosion. Some of you might wonder why there are people who don't move even though they are not directly hit by the explosion. Let's study the importance of adopting an appropriate defensive posture. Let's turn our attention back to the mobile suit combat. The Mesa's attack is fired horizontally towards the ground. We Mafty are fighting the Earth Federation forces We must avoid causing civilian casualties as much as possible. We express our condolences to the spirits of the civilians caught in the crossfire. Please forgive us. And the Gustav KARL doesn't hesitate to launch attacks, heading to the ground. As a result of relentless attacks, a bullet hits the mecha's thruster. The mecha with its thruster damaged descends to the ground at this point. The mecha has lost the manipulator in its right arm. The Gustav KARL that followed the mecha down fires its beam rifle. The beam rifle is a weapon that can cause significant damage to cities and civilians by scattering high-energy particles. Yet even here, the Gustav KARL does not hesitate. The mecha's shield has high defensive power against beam weapons, however. The shield is knocked off by the shock. Gawman retaliates with the Vulcan gun in his head. The head Vulcan gun is not very powerful, but it can be an effective weapon. By attacking the enemy's vulnerable parts, it destroys the Gustav KARL's head. This has cost the Gustav KARL many of its sensors. The mecha does not miss the opportunity created by the disrupted posture and executes a body slam. It's not just a body slam. In combination with the Vulcan gun's follow-up attack, it makes the Gustav KARL drop its beam rifle. It has managed to even the odds from a disadvantageous situation. However, another Gustav KARL is descending from behind. The situation has turned unfavorable against you. Gawman calmly assesses the situation. He repels the Gustav KARL in front of him with a kick, returning to a one-on-one situation with the enemy behind him. It's a back-and-forth battle. Another Gustav KARL is destroying a ground building by stepping on it. It's a scene where the building is destroyed just by moving, not by an attack. Here too you can understand that it's a pilot with low piloting skills, because he did not regain his posture immediately after landing. He loses balance and sits down. If he could have immediately regained his posture, he would have been able to provide more prompt support to his ally. He's a pilot of such low skill level that you can't help but feel sorry for the commander. In the end, the mecha surrounded by two Gustav KARLs is neutralized by a beam saber. They achieved a military victory by disregarding the damage to the city. It's a very savage decision, but it was an extremely effective strategy. The Earth Federation forces, which had been unable to defeat Mafty until now, won a significant victory. Kenneth's leg is a terrifying man. He joins the battlefield on horseback. It was difficult to move by car due to the chaos in the city using a horse. He was able to join quickly. Time is of the essence on the battlefield. It's a minor detail, but here too you can understand Kenneth's excellent decision-making ability. In fact, this scene is also an homage to Shao's counterattack. Some people may remember the scene where Shao rides a horse. This battle ended in victory for the Earth Federation forces. However, their cowardly actions should also remain in memory. We Mafty will definitely defeat the corruption of the Earth Federation forces. Let's work hard together. I welcome all of you. Please thoroughly review the mecha's manual to prepare for the next lecture. Press the subscribe button on the device you have in hand. This will allow you to view information about the mecha. The name of the button is a cover-up operation against the Earth Federation forces. Please don't mind it. I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture.